Hey, what is going on, guys? Alpha Gamer 12 here with another episode of the Road to Glory. It's kind of, sort of, not really, but we're gonna have three of these guys in a row. And what these are, as you guys probably could tell by the title, we're doing reviews. So the first one we're gonna be doing is the forwards. Then in the next episode we'll do midfielders, and in the episode after that we'll do defenders and goalkeepers. So I'm just reviewing all of the players that I've been using since we did our last review, and I have them kind of in order. Last time we did a review, we talked about how we're going to be doing it in 3 sections, with the ones that disappointed me, the ones that I found were okay, and the ones that really surprised me. So I have them in that kind of order so we can just go through it really quickly. So to start off, we have this one to watch, Lozano. Now, I picked him up mostly because he looks like a really good card, and because I figured he would be a good investment for if he has a really great performance in real life, we should make some bank on him. He is yet to do that. If he does, I will still make coins on him, but as soon as that happens, I'll get rid of him because in-game for me, he was pretty garbage. The 21 games with 9 goals and 6 assists isn't a real representation because I did sub him on 5 or 6 or 7 times, something like that. And he didn't score any of the times that he came on. For me, in the first game I played with him, he was insane. He felt lightning fast, he dribbled by everybody, and he just felt like the best winger ever. After that first game, though, after that first impression of him being really good, he just fell off. He couldn't shoot. His dribbling was meh. It was very average. And he didn't even feel that fast after a while. And you really felt the 59 strength that he has there. He did not put up any sort of fight, which you expect. But considering the fact that he's didn't feel super fast, it just let me down. And for me, he's a complete letdown. He's the same way as Cuadrado. And for me, he would get a 4 out of 10. I would not use this card in Weekend League at all. I would avoid it if I were you. 4 out of 10 for me for Lozano. Kind of just bad overall. Next we have Bellarabi, and for 2,000 coins, he's actually fine. I would say 2,000 is probably where he should be valued. He feels fast enough. He's good at dribbling, actually, to be fair to him. He's better at dribbling than this Lozano card over here. He had okay shooting, but for me, the thing that bothered me about him is that he just didn't do very much. He was invisible most of the time. He wasn't making good runs for me. He wasn't, wowing me with his pace. He felt like an 85, 86 rated player, not rated, paced player. So he wasn't horrible, but he wasn't particularly good either. So for me, he's a 5 out of 10 kind of, where, he'll get the job done if you have something where you just need a quick right winger who's kind of okay. And that's what he is. He's okay. He's not super quick. He's not slow. He's got decent dribbling, but nothing that's going to wow you. And he will finish chances that he needs to finish, but he won't score anything that you are shooting and hoping for, basically. Next, we have Alessandro Plea, who I picked up mostly as an investment, but then in the end used for a bunch of games for the Bundesliga requirement for the icon thing. And for me, he was an interesting card. He's definitely a step up from these two. As a cam is where I played him. He has good passing and good dribbling. As you guys can see, he's not as good as a dribbler as either of the other two. So he's not going to dribble your way out of a bunch of players. You're not going to go on a skill run with him or anything. You're not going to dribble by 4 people. But for your one-on-one needs, or just quickly run in between 2 players or something, he can definitely do it. But where this card shines is his strength and his shooting. So anywhere in or around the box, he will at the very least get you a corner. Most of the time scoring. I know he only scored 5 goals, but I didn't create that many chances with him. He does score chances that you feel like he definitely needs to score. He will score a couple of chances that you're I'm not sure about. And usually he will draw you a corner. He won't create amazing goals. He won't do anything like that, but he's pretty good. My favorite thing about him is that no defender bullied him. Whenever he had the ball, if anyone tried to push him, they ended up on the floor more often than him ending up on the floor. So he is definitely good in that way, where if you need a strong physical presence which can finish, Plea is definitely the player for you. But he can't run past any players, obviously, because he's not very quick. But he's definitely good enough at cam. He's got good passing. So yeah, he gets a pass from me, probably a 6 out of 10. Gomez is in the other side of the spectrum than him, where he gets bullied by everyone. If anyone comes near Gomez, you're dead. There's nothing you can do about it. He's going to get pushed over and die. That being said, it's hard for players to get close to him. Because of his 94 acceleration, he can get by players very, very quickly. He definitely feels fast in game, feels closer to 85 as well. He kind of feels like Lozano and Bellarabi, where he doesn't feel lightning fast, but he definitely doesn't feel slow either. No midfielder that I played against was able to catch up to him easily. It took pushing or something like that to get past him. His close control was great. And unlike Plea, which is one thing that I forgot to mention, Plea, for some reason, did not do all of the skill moves I asked him. A lot of the time, despite the fact that he's 4-star skill moves, he just wouldn't pull off the skill moves. I don't know if that's an input issue or anything, but it seemed to only happen with him. Gomez pulled off all of the skill moves, and he was able to get me out of a lot of tight spots because of his agility, balance, and dribbling. He feels really good on the ball, but one issue that I have with him is his stamina. It doesn't feel like 70 in game. It feels a lot lower than that. He gets tired pretty quickly, and then once he gets tired, he's kind of useless. His finishing is probably what you'd expect from 79. He's okay. He'll score some goals, like you saw. He only scored 2 goals for me in 6 games. He'll score sometimes. He'll score the goals that you expect from him, but I took probably like 20 or 30 shots from right on the edge of the box that I finessed to the opposite post, and other players would score them, but he didn't. He's okay. As a cam, I would say if you have someone in your club who's untradeable who you want to sub in at the 70th minute, Gomez could be a good guy to start the game for you, but he's definitely not someone to finish out the game for you. So for me, he's also a 6 out of 10. Gets the job done, but I definitely have played with better. Next, we have Alexis Sanches, who I did the SBC for. He played as a left winger and a central attacking midfielder for a bunch of games for me. He did come on as a sub a couple of times, but I think 16 goal contributions in 21 games is probably a pretty good description of how this Alexis Sanches plays. So as he is, he's got really, really great dribbling and really, really great passing, and he's good at shooting. He is not fast or slow. He is average paced. I have him with an engine which boosts his pace a little bit up to 86, and he feels like he falls in there. He will pace past slow center backs and slow midfielders, but he's not going to wow you with pace. He's not going to fly by any wing backs, so don't be expecting that from him. His close control is really, really great though with the engine on him. Definitely could go for a bunch of dribbles with him. I think I messed up a bunch of chances because he felt so good on the ball that I kept trying to dribble more than I needed to. In the box, he's pretty good. He's pretty clinical in the box. I'm pretty happy with his finishing in the box. Even from outside the box, he's not too bad. He's not wowing me with his shots from outside the box, but they're not bad either. And the other thing with him is his strength. Actually, it's really helpful because he's small, but he definitely can hold his own against a bunch of wingbacks. Not so much center backs, but he doesn't get blown away and just destroyed by center backs and stronger wing backs and center defensive midfielders and that kind of thing like Gomez and Lozano did. He definitely holds his own, at least enough for him to play a pass away or something, so that's definitely a plus for him. So for me, Alexis Sanches is a 7 out of 10. Kingsley Coman. To be completely honest with you guys, I didn't notice him. I played him in 24 FUT Champs games, and in 24 FUT Champs games, he did He was there. He was a good outlet for me if I needed to run, like on a counter or something. But I didn't really notice him very much. And to be fair to him, that might be just the way that I'm playing with the 4-3-3. So for me, he was fine. I would not pay 12K for him again, but he was good enough that I would keep him in my team now that his price has dropped a little bit. He's good. He's definitely as fast as it seems. He's quick, and he's good in the box, and he's good on the ball, but for me, something about his positioning just was off, and I just didn't get the ball to him very much. When I got the ball to him, he was excellent. I had no complaints about him when he had the ball, but I just almost never got him the ball, which is why he can only cap out as a 7 out of 10, just because his positioning was weird. Ousmane Dembele is marginally better. His stats don't really reflect that very much, but he is marginally better. He did feel a little bit quicker, and the 5-star definitely helped. It allowed me to play him on the other side if I needed to sub out Coman because of the stamina issues. or because I wanted to bring someone else in. His finishing was great within the box, and his dribbling obviously is going to be his standout feature, and it definitely is. You definitely feel like if you get him the ball that you have options. For me, Dembele is a better card than the Coman, just because when I got the ball with him, I felt I could do anything, whereas I felt somewhat limited by Coman because I didn't know where to go with him. With Ousmane, I can cut left, I can cut right, I can cross, I can dribble, and I can shoot, and I think the fact that he's a very complete attacker definitely helps. He does get bullied a little bit, but other than that, other than the fact that he's kind of weak, which is what you expect from wingers, he definitely fulfills any expectation for me. So is he worth 60k? No. Is he worth the 30k that he currently goes for? I lost a bunch of money on him. Yes, I would say he's worth 30k now. He's definitely, for the beginning of the year, a really, really great winger. Sorry, let me just jump back really quickly. Dembele is an 8 out of 10. The same goes for Zapata. Zapata is an 8 out of 10 for me as well. And that just comes down to the fact that this man is insane. He did not let me down a single time. He is so strong. Whenever anyone comes to try to push him, they get thrown onto the floor pretty much. And he's always standing in the right position for me to play him a pass. Inside the box, he's clinical. On the edge of the box, he's clinical. From outside the box, not so much. He's got 65 long shots. He can't really shoot from outside the box. But from around the box, definitely he's going to be scoring most chances. With the engine, he felt fast enough. He did not feel slow. He did not feel like, oh, he's got 70 pace. Ouch, that's pretty gross. No, he definitely felt quick enough to be moving around, and he definitely felt mobile. His dribbling was pretty good. I wouldn't say I was trying to dribble by 3 or 4 players with him, but definitely if I need to get past that last defender or get past one defender to play a pass, he was definitely able to do that. So for me, I have 0 complaints with this Zapata, despite the fact that he's only got 3-star skill moves and he did not score more goals than he had games. So for me, 8 out of 10 for Zapata. Bergwijn is also a 8 out of 10. He's pretty good. Not mind-blowing by any means, but he's definitely pretty good. Definitely the standout features are his long shots and his strength. So anyone trying to push this guy got just destroyed. This guy would not let you push him, and he was very, very solid on the ball. For me, he kind of just was always there for me to pass to and dribble by everyone and then create a chance. So for me, definitely standing out with his pace, strength, and dribbling. Inside the box, he was meh, and actually I'm surprised seeing that he's only got 74 long shots because he scored probably 5 or 6 beautiful, incredible long shots for me. So for me, Bergwijn is just a good card all around. If you want a fun card to use, he's definitely one of them because he's agile, quick, but also strong. He's definitely a beast. So for me, 8 out of 10 is pretty solid for Bergwijn. That brings me on to this stupid card. So this Osimhen has 8 goal contributions in 5 games for me. This guy is insane. He has not played a full game for me yet. He has not been subbed in. So of those 5 games, 3 he was subbed in at the beginning of the game, and 2 he was subbed in at the end of the game. Just shows you how stupidly clinical this card is. I have an engine on him, which boosts his pace and his dribbling and his passing. And I would say disregard passing, disregard anything really, other than the fact that once you get this guy on the ball, he will run and push his way towards the goal. And if you have him within or near the box, he will score. This guy is so clinical. If you can complete him for pretty much free like I would definitely say do it, because he definitely can't play anywhere but striker. You don't need him to. He is a perfect striker for the beginning of the year. Definitely what's going to be good 2, 3, 4 months down the road from now, but for now, for the next month or so, he is definitely getting one of the best strikers you could possibly have in the game. And as a superstar, he's a 9 out of 10. And in the same kind of thing with Iñaki Williams, who is everything that Aussie Man is. because it is so broken. Definitely go check him out because you will not regret it. This game is ridiculous. But with that, guys, that is the end of my review for today. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and a comment. Let me know down below, guys, if you guys have used any of these players you guys would like me to review for you guys, to give you an idea of how good they are. And let me know what you guys feel about these cards. If you guys haven't subscribed, please consider it. It is very much appreciated. And as always, I will see you guys